Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga pup. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. I feel you. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily nap. Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga pup. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. I feel you. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily nap. Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga pup. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. I feel you. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily nap. Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga pup. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. I feel you. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily nap. Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga pup. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. I feel you. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily nap. Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga pup. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. I feel you. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily nap. Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my yoga book. We live in Central Florida and I'm recording some content for some of my yogis that I have not gotten to see for over a month now, and I miss you guys so much. Some of them are just up the street. FBOU. And so I thought I would share. I'll be here for the next hour. This is basically my practice that I kind of just hijack and start to talk through so that other people can practice along. I will share the playlist on Spotify that I'm using to inspire me during this flow. That playlist is going to be the date that I publish this video. And since today is the 29th, I will publish it most likely tomorrow on the 30th. So you would want to look for the 29th, 30th, or, oh my gosh, is there a 31st in April? I don't think so. Anywho, we'll be here for about an hour. You can use my music or you can use your own. Today, the music is kind of heavy in the middle, not heavy as in deep or depressing, but heavy as in bass and beat. And so the beginning sounds are kind of mellow for the first maybe 8 minutes. And then we start to heat up as things get moving. And then for about the last 15 or so minutes, we start to bring it down. Last 5 minutes or so will be our Shavasana. You can lay on your back at that point, on your belly, wherever you know to go. It feels good. It feels like a resting point. Not for you to necessarily do life. And as you slowly start to make your way there, dwelling upon the lessons that you've learned through the yoga practice, how you've learned to be more kind to yourself, or more patient, or more generous on how you talk to yourself. Whatever that is, it's a lesson. Reflect on that at the end. And then close to the end, you'll know when to start the time to actually come back. Now, if you're following along on my playlist online, the first song on there will be 1 minute of silence. And you can press that and then find your way into a child's pose, or if there's another pose that you prefer to sit in, maybe just a few minutes and breathe, get grounded, you're welcome to go there too. Might be on your back, might be on your side. Just find your way there now. Get comfortable. And as you get comfortable, starting to breathe in and out, but only through your nose as we begin this part of the practice. In and out through the nose. And taking our time as we do so, in and out. And if you can start to find a ujjayi in your breath here as you bring it up more through your sinuses and out. Maybe your breath starts to take on the qualities and sound of an ocean as it comes in and out. Slowing the breath down as much as you can then maintain without counting the breath. And just starting to pay attention now, not at the length of the breath, simply just watching as the breath comes in through your nose and then comes out through your nose. over and over, and over and over. Now as you begin to inhale, maybe you notice where the breath seems to go to when you bring it in. Sure, it comes through your lungs as you breathe in. Where does it go to after? Maybe you can imagine it coming up through your nose and coming up to the tip of your head. And as that does so, releasing that part of your body and exhaling. And maybe as you begin to notice your breath, you start to notice it coming up and over your head and down through the back of your body as you inhale and exhale. Just watching as it comes down through your neck. Find the relaxation there. And then continue down your shoulders. And maybe down the back. Maybe you come into the middle of that spine as you come down to your hips. Through your glute muscles. On down to the backs of your knees. Pay attention now to that calf muscle. And maybe even the bottom of your feet. Can you find relaxation there? Beginning to come up the other side as you inhale. And now maybe as you're inhaling, maybe you're starting to feel your body start to come alive as the breath comes up and through the knees. And you exhale. And you inhale it up and through those thighs, and you exhale. You feel it coming up your chest, and you feel the excitement starting to come into your body as you know you're about to do something amazing for your body. Your arms come alive as you breathe through your arms and through your fingers. And when you're ready, find your way to a tabletop pose. Shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are over your knees, and as we inhale, lift the right arm up, and exhale, put it down. Left arm comes up for the inhale, exhale, put it down. Inhale, lift up the right, exhale, put it down. Inhale, up with the left, exhale, put it down. Inhale, we come up with the right, maybe looking up, and as you exhale, swoop it down to thread the needle. Inhale, bring it all the way back up and set the right hand down on the exhale. Inhale, left comes up, and as you exhale, thread that needle, baby. Inhale, lift it right back up, and the left hand comes down. Right comes up. Left goes, right comes under. Back up. And back down. Left comes up. Back down and under. Inhale, back up, and set it down. Now as the right arm comes up, and we exhale, we bring it down, but we put our shoulder down on our mat as we inhale and exhale. And then as we inhale, we lift the right hand all the way up and set that baby down. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and as you exhale, thread the needle. Your left shoulder hits that mat, and you inhale and exhale. And as you inhale, you lift it all the way back up, and you set that down. Inhale, and as you exhale, find your way back to a down dog. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Find length on your mat. Push back through the palms of your hand, maybe having a little bit of space in your arms so you're not putting too much pressure into your elbows and your wrists. Looking back at your navel here as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time, eh? Exhale, and as you look to the front of the mat, we'll walk to the front and we'll end up in a ragdoll pose. Our body is bent in half, and we're grabbing our elbows with our palms of our hands. If you need to, you can bend your knees here like I do to get the chest and thigh connection. And if it feels safe for you, you can hang that neck loose and close your eyes as you do so. And then maybe begin to shift to the right and to the left, back and forth, and back and forth. When the inhale, our arms will come up. We'll meet up in Tadasana pose, and as our hands come down to our side, we'll find mountain pose. Take a quick intention here and step your feet together as you do so. I want to sweat. I don't want to sweat. I want to stay in the moment. I want to sleep. Whatever your intention is, live by it. Lift your arms up, Tadasana. And fold forward with a swan dive. Hands come to the sides and you're bending your body once again in half and using that bend in your knees if you need to get the chest and thigh connection. Inhale, your hands come to your shin. You're looking down about a foot in front of your mat. Your back is nice and straight. And as we exhale, we'll fold once again. And as we inhale, we'll lift all the way up to Tadasana. Hands down to our side on the exhale. Hands come back up, and we'll do that one more time. As we exhale, we'll swan dive forward. And as we inhale, we'll half lift. Exhale, we'll forward again and maybe go a little tighter, tucking that neck if you wish. Inhaling, lifting all the way up to Tadasana. Hands down to your side as you exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, one more time as we lift these arms up. We'll play in a chair pose here. And so we'll sit back on the exhale. And on the inhale, our hands will lift up towards the sky or whatever parcel you happen to be in here now. As you exhale, you're sitting down and you're finding a nice chair and you're trying to bring those knees back so that if you're bringing your hands up, you're kind of shifting up and you get a little different of a view. As you look down, you want to make sure that you can see your nails to make sure that your knees are far back enough. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold as you exhale. And inhale all the way up. Exhaling down to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we sit back into our second chair vinyasa. Inhale, those arms lifting. You find space in your spine. Exhale, sit down and back, checking those nails. Inhale, lift them up, and as you exhale, fold. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. All the way up to Tadasana. Hands down to your side, mountain pose. I have an injury on my arm. I will not be doing the vinyasas, but I will flow through them kind of, sort of. My way from going into a vinyasa, which will be a high plank, low plank, up dog, and down dog. But for me, my vinyasa will be step to the back of my mat and meet you in Warrior One or wherever we go next. So listen to my words and don't follow my body. Feet step together, arms up. Swan dive forward, half lift. Come to a high plank pose. Slowly find your way all the way down to your belly. And as you do, and then you inhale, lifting up to a baby cobra. No pressure on your arms at all. And then exhale back to a down dog. Looking to the front of your mat and bending your knees, you can walk, hop, or skip. And find your way into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way out, Tadasana pose. And as you exhale, hands down to your side, mountain pose. Step those feet together. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Come to a low plank or all the way down to your belly. From there, a low cobra or into an up dog. As you exhale, push all the way back to your down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, look to the front of your mat, and as you exhale, begin to walk to the front. Inhale, half lift when you get there, and fold. Lifting all the way up to Tadasana, hands down to our side mountain pose, stepping those feet together. Whoops, there went my storyboard. Arms up as you inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, and as you exhale, fold and find your way into a high plank. Vinyasa all the way back to a down dog. And once you find your way back to that down dog, breathe in and out, and in and out. Stepping that right foot forward and then bringing your, coming up into a low crescent lunge with your left knee down on the mat, arms up as you inhale. Exhale, your hands will come down to the mat. You'll bring your right foot back and find your way back into a high plank. From there, you'll vinyasa, high plank to low plank to up dog, and then find your way back on the exhale to down dog. Breathing here. As you inhale, and as you exhale, step that left foot forward and come down to your right knee. Lift those arms up as you inhale up. And as you exhale, bring your hands right back down. Bring that left foot back and find your way back into a down dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, bending your knees and looking to the front of the mat. Make your choice here. You can walk, hop, or skip all the way to the front, meeting in a forward fold. Once you get there, half lift back is straight. Exhale, fold all the way in half. Inhale all the way up to Tadasana, and as you exhale, hands come down to your side mountain pose. Breathing here. Feet step back together, and as you inhale, arms fly back up. Exhale, swan dive forward, and as you inhale, half lift. Find your way into that high plank and find your way back, all the way back to your down dog. From there, we breathe in, and we breathe out. In, and out. And when you're in breath, begin to lift that right foot up and maybe move it around a little bit as you do so, as you're breathing in and out and in and out. One more breath in, and as you exhale, step that right foot forward and then rise up into a warrior one. Your right leg is bent 90 degrees. Your left leg is very straight. Your hands are above your shoulders and they're lifting up. Maybe you're pulling those hands up as you exhale back down. And from here, we vinyasa. That's a high plank, low plank, up dog, and a down dog. Finding your way back to down dog on your exhale. Once you get there, you're breathing in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And on the next inhale, lift that foot up. Breathe in and out, maybe as you move it around. And as you exhale, step that left foot forward and rise up here for a warrior one. Arms are up now. Your right leg is straight and your left knee is bent 90 degrees. Lift up as you inhale, and as you exhale, sink down. Find a stretch as well as a lift. Lift, 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 and from there, vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Taking your time. Bending your knees and looking to the front of the mat, walk, hop, or skip, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to your Tadasana. Exhale, down to your side. Breathing here in and out. In and out. And as we breathe in, we step those feet together and find our way into Tadasana pose. As we exhale, we fold that body in half. Inhale, half lift, and then come to a high plank. Finding your way back via Vinyasa all the way back to your down dog. And once you find your way there, you breathe in and out. In and out. This time, as you lift that right leg up, you can just keep the foot lifted up off the mat. If you'd like to begin to twist your dog, you can just bring that knee up a little bit higher, lifting up, and maybe even the top of your right foot comes up and over, eventually up and over the left leg. Find your stretch there and your twist, and then find your way back to your three-legged dog. Breathing in and out and in. And as you breathe out, you'll step that right foot forward. You'll rise up into that warrior one. It's a very happy warrior one because you're familiar. Your arms are up. Right leg is bent 90 degrees. As you exhale, open up into that warrior two pose. Now your body is facing the left side of your mat. Your hands are pulling away from each other. The palms are facing the mat. You're looking out and over your right middle finger towards the front of whatever room you happen to be in. Push those hips to the left side of that mat. As you exhale, bring that body down a little tighter. Inhale, and as you exhale, maybe you find a way to pull the hands away a little bit further. Inhale, and then as you exhale, Vinyasa. High plank, low plank. Exhale back to down dog when you're ready. In and out. Now, as you inhale, lifting that left foot up off the mat. If you wish to do so, you can twist your dog from this side. Especially if you twist it on the other side, you should consider it here. Breathing in and out wherever you found yourself in this practice. And as you exhale, finding your way back to the three-legged dog. Inhaling, the left leg is up. Exhale, we kick that left foot forward. We rise up. Here we are into that beautiful warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Sink down. Inhale, and as you exhale, find your way to the warrior two. Now push your hips to the right side of the mat here. Pull your hands away from each other. You're looking out and over that middle finger of your left hand. Your left knee is nice and bent. Your right knee is strong. Inhale as you pull those hands away from each other, and as you exhale, Vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up dog, and exhale back all the way back to your down dog. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Looking to the front of your mat, bending those knees. Walk, hop, skip, forward fold. Half lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift that body up, all the way up to your Tadasana. Hands down to your side, mountain pose. Breathe in. And out. In. We're going to play in a little bit of warrior here. Your arms come up, lift up on your Tadasana, and as we exhale, we will fold. Inhale, half lift, and as you exhale, find your way to your Vinyasa and all the way back to your down dog. Once you find that down dog, breathing in and out, and in and out, in and out. Nice job. From here, you can lift that right leg up, and if you want to play in a flip dog space, this is your opportunity to do it. If you don't know what a flip dog is, stay right here in your down dog, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can lift that right leg up and do a twisted dog if that is what you choose. If you found your way into the flip dog, now find your way back, all the way back to your down dog, exhaling as you find your way there. Right leg is staying up, and we bring our right foot forward between our two hands. This time as we lift up, we're going to lift up into a warrior pose. So the ball of our left foot is now on the mat, and that is what we were standing on that side of our body. Our right knee is bent in a 90-degree angle. Our arms are up and above our head, lifting those hands up. Breathe. And as you exhale, sink that body down. And as you inhale, lift those arms up. Next, you exhale, bring them down to heart center and twist. Looking out and over the right shoulder, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and maybe twisting a little harder. Exhaling, inhaling, and maybe opening your arms. And then as we exhale, we find our way back into the warrior two pose. This time we're facing the left side of our mat. Our hips are facing in that direction. Our right knee is bent 90 degrees and our arms are pulling away. Breathing in and out as you exhale and sink a little further. Now as you inhale, we're going to reverse the warrior. So our hands reverse directions. We can look up or we can look back over that left foot. However you've been trained to do it is perfectly fine. Lifting and finding an arch on the right side of that body. And as you exhale, beginning to bring your body up and over the right knee. You can rest that right elbow on the right knee if you wish. And as you open your arms, we find our way into a side angle pose. Inhale, lift those arms away from each other. And exhale. Inhale, look up and maybe start to twist a little bit from here. And as you exhale, bring your body forward. Find your way in to a high plank, low plank, a dog, and a down dog. Breathing in and out. Mind in and out. Inhale, left comes up. If you wish to flip, you can flip, baby. If you wish to stay in a three-legged dog, you can stay there right with me or in a regular down dog. Breathing wherever you are, and if you flipped your dog, finding your way back. And as we inhale, the left leg is up. As we exhale, we bring the left foot forward and we rise up into our crescent lunge. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart and twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe as you inhale, you twist just a wee bit more. This time as you inhale, you open those arms. As you exhale, we find our way into our warrior two pose, looking out and over the middle finger of that left hand, pulling in that core. Your core is facing to the side, right side of that mat. Breathing in, and as you exhale, sinking down just a wee bit more. As you inhale, we come into that reversed warrior, getting a nice side angle here on the left side of your body. Your left knee is still bent. Your right knee is still straight and strong. Breathing in. And as you exhale, lift your body up and over. Find your way into a side angle pose on the left. Once again, your right knee, your left elbow can be on your knee if you need the assistance there. Lifting and breathing here. In and out, and in and out. And from here, we Vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up dog, and down dog. Looking to the front of your mat. Walk, hop, skip, forward fold. Half lift, fold. All the way up, hands to your side mountain pose. Arms up. Lift up. Inhale. And exhale as you sit back into a chair pose. Lift the hands up, but stay down. As you exhale, bring those hands to heart center. As you exhale again, twist to the right, looking up and over your right shoulder as you breathe in and out, and in. And as you switch, left side as you breathe in and out. And in as you're looking up and over that left shoulder, trying to stay down with that booty, and bringing your hands down to the mat in front of you, staying bent in half if that feels comfortable for you. From here, we'll do a Hadapastasana pose. You bring your feet kind of right beneath where your hips are, and you'll take your peace fingers and you'll grab those peace fingers around your big toe. If you prefer to go into a gorilla, which means the tops of your hands are on the mat and you're stepping the bottoms of your feet into those wrists, you're welcome to do so, or into the palm of your hand. What I meant to say is be careful with your wrists as you're doing that pose. It's preferred that you do the first pose I showed you if you don't know what gorilla pose is. Now what I'd like to do, if you have a grip in those hands, is begin to push energy just down through the backs of your feet. Just isolate what it takes to push down through that part of your foot. Pretty cool, right? Now, begin to tighten your body, and as you do so, your arms begin to come out of the 90-degree angle. And as you bring the strength of your hands into those toes, you're bringing those forward, you're tucking your head, and as you do so, you might find a circular energy running through your body here. If you do, just let it go, just breathing here in, and out, and in. And as you exhale, sitting back down into a yogi squat. Not coming down into a yogi squat to slouch, but lifting up into our yogi squat. Our right hand comes down, and as we inhale, the left hand comes up. We look out and over that, and as we exhale, hands come together. Inhale, right comes up, left goes down. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, left goes up. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, right. Exhale, bring them together. Exhale, left. Exhale, bring them together. From here, from our yogi squat, we're going to just lift straight up. You can do so on all the bottoms of your feet, or if you wish to, you can come up to the balls of your feet. Your choice. And to the count of 5, we'll rise up to a Tadasana pose with our feet wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms up. Maybe you look up and set your heels down on the mat. Mountain pose. Hands come to your side. Stepping your feet together. Playing a little balancing. First we'll do an eagle pose. Now for those of you who are going through golf elbow situations or don't want to go through them, you want to be careful here in eagle. Eagle can be a very good help for you, or it can also hurt you. So be careful with this pose and understand what you're doing, because this is a very vulnerable joint here. For me, I'm going to be sitting out eagle to pose today as far as the arm work goes, but you don't always have to do all the parts of the pose to participate, especially in balancing. People think, well, like I'm bored during balancing because I don't like to balance. Well, you can do everything else but balance. And so I'll do everything else but the arm work here in eagle. Arms come up as we inhale up. And as we exhale, the hands come out to our side and they come forward. Your right arm will come behind your left arm. And just allow that to happen and you'll find your elbows connecting right in the middle. Allow that connection to happen. And if you'd like to, you can then start to kind of stand up if you had to get a bend to kind of understand that. And then start to find a way to connect two palms together. I can do that without a lot of problems. And for me, I'll just stay there. But you can get the palms a lot closer if you wish. If that wasn't possible for you, this is where I started, just grabbing a hold of that arm. In fact, that's where I'll be today. Now, if you have the arm part going on, we'll add in the balancing. So you'll bring your right knee up and off the mat, along with that right foot, of course. You'll begin to drape the right knee up and over the left. And if you can, you'll bring the top of your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If that sounds ridiculous, it probably is for you, so don't bother. Now we just sit back a little further as our arms come up as we are permitting them to. As we inhale, we come out of our pose, we lift our arms back up, and as we exhale, we switch sides. Switching sides, the left arm comes down and behind the right, getting that connection there at your elbows, and then beginning to find the connection at your palms. If you've got that connection, then you can start to work on raising up your arms. You want to start to play in the balancing space, lifting up the left knee and the foot off the mat, draping it up and over the right leg here, and then if you can, finding the top of your left foot behind your right calf muscle. Sitting down, inhaling as the arms come up, maybe sitting further down and inhaling as the arms come up, and then as we release, we inhale, our arms come all the way up, hands come down to our side. Couple breaths here. On your next inhale, we'll bring our arms up and over our head. We'll do some dancer pose here. For dancer pose, what we'll do is I'll bring our right hand down to our side. Our left hand will stay right up and up there where it is over our shoulder. Right hand comes down to our side, and you begin to bend that right foot. You want to grab the instep of your foot here if your intention is to start to kick back. Inhale, lifting that left arm up. And as you exhale, just start to kick that right knee backwards. Don't go for the bend right away, but instead really kick back with that right knee. Get a really nice kick back there, making sure that your hip is not opening up to the side. Maybe now, if you can kick no further, you begin to lean forward. And find your way into that deeper dancer pose as you inhale and exhale and inhale and release. Maybe shake that out. Inhale, arms up. Right arm stays up this time, the left comes down. Bending that left leg and grabbing the instep of that right foot. Finding the connection there and starting where your knees are together. Lift that right arm up on the inhale, and as you exhale, kick it back. Inhale it up, kick it a little deeper. Inhale up, and maybe as you kick deeper from here, you begin to find your way into that beautiful dancer bend, lifting, not locking out that right knee, and we release. Arms at your side, maybe you shake that out. We'll do tree pose from here, and if you're tired of balancing, well, I'll give you an option here that you might like. Excuse me. Alrighty. From here, as we inhale, our arms will come up and over our head. And as we exhale, our hands will come down to prayer and heart center. If you're not into prayers, the hands are just together. Breathe. Now, if you'd like to come into a tree pose, it might be easier for you to do so by just playing around here with your hands on your hips at first. Go wherever it feels good for you. Don't let someone else tell you to make it more complicated than it has to be for you. What you want to get here is the balancing aspect, and you're adding a challenge to the balancing by playing with your arms, right? So from a tree perspective, go where you want to go with your hands, and then start to lift your feet up. If you don't want to balance at all, stay on those 2 feet. If you want to balance a little, come to a kickstand. That means the bottom of your left foot is resting on your ankle. Bottom of your right foot is resting on your left ankle, and your toes are on your mat. Gives you a great pace to balance. You can bring the bottom of that right foot up into the calf muscle, making sure that it's there and not even coming anywhere remotely near the knee. Or you can bring it all the way up to the inside of this left thigh on this side. That's where I like to place mine. I like to keep my foot flat on here. I don't really press it. In fact, I kind of make sure it's not being pressed too hard because I want to challenge my balance. Now for me, I bring my hands to my heart center here. And as I like to do, I like to grow my tree from here. And for me, I like to start with my hands behind me. It just takes the vision of my hands out of the sequence of events, and it's less of a distraction for when I want to balance. From here, as you inhale and exhale, you're going to bring those arms up and over your heads, lifting them up. Exhale, inhale, maybe you look up. And as you exhale, we release. We'll switch sides from here. So wherever you put your foot on the left side or right side, you'll put it here. Find the hand placement you had on the other side. If you grew your tree on the other side, you'll want to grow it from here. So you'll breathe in and out, maybe bringing your hands behind you and out of your vision before you start to play with your balance. Quite a challenge to move your hands through the air and balance. And if you want to eventually get to that, then you can challenge yourself more by pulling up. And then by looking up, and maybe even starting to arch your back and look back. Wherever you found your way to there, we exhale and release. Our hands will come up and above our head. And we'll fold. Half lift. Vinyasa, all the way back to a down dog. Once you find your way to that down dog, breathing in and out. And in and out. On the inhale, we'll lift up our right leg. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Rise up for a low crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. Inhale, rising up to a high crescent. Exhale, open to a warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, rising to 5-point star. Exhale, sitting back for our first goddess. Hands at heart center maybe. Inhale up. Exhale, next goddess. Maybe goalpost. Inhale up. And maybe heart center again. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Midway, hands come to your thighs for safety. Inhale. And then exhale your hands down to the mat, breathing in here and out. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale down. Left arm up. Left arm down. Inhale, right comes up. Exhale it down. Inhale, left comes up. Exhale it down. Right comes up on the inhale. You know what to do as you set it down. Left comes right on up. And left comes right on back down. Now from here, we're going to come into a squat, a side lunge, excuse me. And first we'll come to the front side of our mat. So we'll be riding up and over the right side of our body. And our left toes will be pointing out to the back. You can stay here. Your hands can be off the mat. As you exhale, we'll come to the other side. Right toes are pointing up. Left toe, or switch to the other side now with your left toes pointing up. And as you come out of this, begin to twist your body and come into a high crescent lunge on the left side now. Arms are coming up. If you'd like, you can stay here. If you'd like, you can rise from here and maybe come into an airplane pose. Breathing in here and out. Maybe playing airplane arms with your breath in or out. In and out. Maybe if you'd like to come up to a half moon pose or play there, you're welcome to do that as well. Maybe looking up and over the right hand, you should play there. And then bringing that right toe down to the mat, finding your way back into a low crescent lunge. Arms up. From here, we lunge to the front side of our mat again, looking towards the back. Lunging now towards the back side, looking towards the front. From here, we'll rise up to a midway pose and lift our right arm up. Exhale it down. Left arm's up. Exhale it down. As we inhale, we'll lift up into a goddess pose. And exhale, squat a little lower. Inhale, our arms come back up to 5-point star. From here, we'll come back into a warrior 2 pose. And from there, we'll reverse that warrior. And then we'll roll our body up and over our right foot, finding our way first to a low lunge, and then making your way to a high plank or a plank on your knees, all the way back to Vinyasa. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And as you inhale, left comes up. Exhale, bringing it through, rising up on the inhale to a low crescent. Exhale, hands come down, rising up to a high crescent. And as we exhale, opening up to a warrior 2. Reversing our triangle, and then finding our way to a triangle. Inhaling, lifting all the way up to our 5-point star. Exhaling back to a goddess squat. Hands to heart center, arms up. Goddess squat, gold post arms for half. Squat. Inhale up. Sitting back, third goddess squat, wherever you want to put your hands. Coming back up. Exhale, hands at your thighs as we fold midway. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way, breathing here in and out. And in and out. And right arm comes up, set it down. Left comes up, set it down on the exhale. Inhale the right up, exhale down. Inhale the left up, exhale it down. You know what to do on the right. Shake it on out and breathe it out on it, bring it way down. Inhale up and exhale down, lunging to the front of our mat. Right toes now are pointing up. Lunging back to the back, our left toes are pointing. Lunging now back to the front of our mat and finding our way into a high crescent lunge. From our high crescent lunge, staying here. We're moving forward and coming into maybe an airplane pose. Maybe you play airplane arms with your breath in and out. Or you open into a half moonish sort of thing. Yeah, it'll look kind of ish-ish at first. You gotta find a way to play first. Best time to play is right now. Next, you exhale, find your way back. Your toes hit the mat. You find your way into that low crescent lunge. Arms come up. And as we exhale, come to the side and we lunge. First to the right front side of the mat. Our right toes are up. Exhaling back now to the back side of the mat. Left toes are up. Finding our midway up. Arm comes up on the right, set it down. Inhale comes up on the left, set it down. Inhale coming up and into the goddess squat, and as you exhale coming down. Inhale lifting up to your 5-point pose. Coming in now to a warrior 2 pose. Reversing that warrior. And then as you exhale, find your way up and over. First maybe to a low plank, and then Vinyasa. All the way back to down dog. Once you get there, breathing in and out. Coming down into child's pose. Finding your way to your back. Bridge pose here, bringing your backs of your heels of your feet to about an inch or so from your bum. Breathing here in and out. Your hands are down on your mat. Palms are face down. Inhaling and exhaling. And on your next inhale, begin to lift your hips up off the mat. Using the hands that are on the mat for support. You don't want to lift up too high, and maybe you can keep your feet and your knees somewhat together as you play here in your bridge. Slowly just lifting your hips up as far as it feels good on that first time, and then coming down to your back. Knees wide, feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees back together. You can change where your arms are. You can keep them where they were, or you can bring your palms flat and now out to the sides of your body. And as you inhale, lift those hips up. Maybe you'll find yourself lifting up a little more onto your shoulders, and if that feels good, excellent. If it does not feel good, always back off. From here, we begin to find our way back to our backs, back into our Supta Baddha Konasana pose. Nice. From here, we'll lift our feet up off the mat. Come into a happy baby pose. You can grab the outsides of your feet. They can be bent with your knees coming in towards your chest. They can be wide. There's many, many different poses for happy baby. The general idea is that you have your body on your back. You're finding a way to get those legs stretching in relation to the rest of your body. You're feeling yourself riding on the part of that back that might feel good for you. You're just breathing. From here, we'll bring the knees to the left side of our mat. And we'll bring our arms out wide. Now the palms can face up, and you'll bring your head to look out and over the right side of your mat. It doesn't mean you have to have your eyes open. In fact, I keep mine closed here. When you get here, we're just breathing in and out. And in and out. From here, we'll switch sides. Your knees will come to the right side of your mat, looking out and over the left side. Just breathe. I am the mind, my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. Here you can find your way into your own Shavasana. Your Shavasana can be on your back, and if it's on your back, your legs can be spread as wide as you want to. Same thing for your arms. If it feels better for you to lay on your side, find your way there. If it feels better for you to lay on your belly, that's cool too. Shavasana is just your final rest. Intended to allow your body to rest from the practice. It's intended for your mind to absorb what happened and use what happened for good to benefit you. like to end practice today and seated. Finding your way maybe first to fetal pose on the right side of your mat. Just breathing in or out here a few times. And coming up from there, just to make sure you don't get dizzy on the way up. Finding your way now to the front of your mat to seated. Eyes closed. Thanks for coming out today, and thank you for waiting till the end of the video. If you did wait to the end of the video, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Just helps me to do other things with the channel that are based on subscribers and not based on how much money I throw at YouTube. And so if you could consider to do that, that would be great. And I hope that we'll soon be able to be together, whether that be in a class